Hello, hello. Testing. Okay, I guess you can hear me. I have the good microphone. All right, I'm organizing my purse. Let me go to the chat. I prefer the chat on the actual YouTube channel. And while I'm over there, I will delete that long. Because it was basically, the whole thing was just the trial. What's this from? I don't know. One moment. Yes, my doll. You're trying to get up and play? Oh, my baby, I feel so bad for her today. Some days she does better than others. She's happy, though, I guess, but she's falling. Over there in Maryland, it's awesome because she's got the wall-to-wall carpeting. Let me see here. My channel, and we are going to delete the latest. Where is it? Live. OnlyFans model 3 hours that was on. Yeah, too long. And then the other time, I was on, I was on like for 4 hours. All right, so we are going to, how do I delete that one now? Oopsies. How do I delete it? Share, report. How do I delete it? It's in the live section. What's happening? What are you eating? What do you have? What do you have in your mouth? What are you chewing on? I hope it's nothing bad. Let me see. What are you chewing on? Don't bite your mommy. What are you eating? What are you eating? I really should. Breath hurts a little, stinks a little. You know, she's only 8 months, but you really got to get them used to once a week brush their teeth. So they get used to it. Because as dogs get older, they develop such horrible breath. Even though I take her once a year to get her teeth. My dogs, I get their teeth cleaned once a year. But maybe tomorrow we'll try brushing her teeth. I've only done it once in the whole time I've had her. You know, I don't do it every day. But she's a little... And she doesn't chew bones. That's the problem, too. You know, she eats her food, her kibble. But I offered her, you know, dog treats. Even dog treats she doesn't like. Dog bones or, you know. So she's going to need maybe teeth brushing. Okay, I wanted to delete this, but I can't find out. Let's see. Edit video. Maybe I can delete it from there. Oh, I know how to do it. I know what I have to do. I have to go to video. I have to go to your channel. There's one called like video, manage videos. There we go. And I'll just delete the one that we just, the OnlyFans one. The Ramble, that's nothing in particular. That's that one. And then this one, OnlyFans, delete forever. Yeah, I don't remember saying anything interesting. I just basically was fiddling around. And then So, all right, I'm doing my purse now. Does anybody, if anyone's watching even, I want to get one of these. Hamilton Beach 22-quart roaster oven to make the turkey this week. I have to make 2 turkeys for the homeless event on Monday. I got to make it Sunday and take it Monday morning so they prepare it for, for the meal. So I think I'm going to get this thing. Well, I'll look around for it. There's no time to order it. Hamilton Beach 22-quart roaster oven. Probably I could find it at Best Buy, maybe at BJ's. I was just at BJ's today. I'm not a member, but I went to browse in there. 1 second. Because BJ's, you have to sign up for a membership. It's very inexpensive. Say, I think like $50 or $25. It was really, because I asked when I was there. Very inexpensive. Here it is. Is that it? This is BJ's. Let's see what they have. They have a lot of food. If there's a good coupon in here, but it's not worth becoming a member unless you go off. And the prices are good. They've got decent prices. lower than, I wonder how much lower really. Some stuff is a lot lower. So Good Gravy, spend $150, get a free turkey. One transaction, oh, it's past through November 10th. So that's that. So yeah, I was thinking of getting the turkeys at BJ's because a whole 20-pound turkey, it was 99 cents a pound for turkey. So, you know, $20 for 20 pounds. I mean, pretty good. And they're the non-hormone ones. And so probably, but then I would have to join BJ's, was like $20. And I got to get 2 turkeys. So that'll be, you know, 20 plus 20 is 40 plus another 25. I think it was $25 the lady told me for 1 year membership though. You know, so unless I shop there often, it's not worth it. But they do have good deals there. It's sort of like when you join, what's the other one called? Costco. Also, you become a member and then you get the good deals. But we'll see. I got to look through this. I see a lot of products. I don't see. There's a Christmas tree. Oh, I could do a little bit like kind of ASMR looking through the BJ's. Although, let me see. I think this is all expired. Let's see. Through 11/30. Okay, some of the coupons are through November 30th. You want to go? She's moving around. When she hears my father walking with the other dog, she wants to go. There's Christmas things. Let me check my chat now. See if anyone's home from talking to myself. One person, yay! I'm YouTube famous. Okay. Yeah, I want to see. I don't like to go like this, but sometimes I need to, you know. I could get like at the office when I used to work, I quit my job. I had excellent job, but well, anyway, I'm not going to go into that right now. At the office, I would request from the office supply room sort of it was like a little round thing. You take the top off. I have something similar but no glue, and it's kind of like it had no scent. No, it was called, what was it called? It was so good because you would touch it and your finger would be a little bit tacky but not sticky. It was very clean. So you'd touch that and you'd go through the papers or whatever, and you wouldn't be licking your fingers, which is healthier. You shouldn't be licking your fingers, and you know. But yeah, I love that stuff. I loved The Office. What a pity, because if it weren't for COVID and that whole 2 years of it, I probably would still be working there. But you know, with COVID, the political situation got very tense in the United States. I don't know where you're from, and I finally had to put my foot down because I didn't agree with what, you know, the government was forcing us to do this, forcing us to wear masks, forcing us to get the vaccine. Our jobs were following what the government said like blind sheep. I said, you know, that's it. I'm not getting the vaccine, I told them. And I ended up quitting. But, you know, they may have ended up firing me, you know. And there were some other things that I let them know that I wasn't, I didn't agree with. I said, it's a pity that you're, you know, basically, I didn't say these exact words, but basically you guys are just pussy-ass wimps, you know. Don't do what the government says. It's wrong. It's wrong. This is supposed to be America. We're free. And you all are a bunch of sheep following blindly this corrupt government. I didn't tell them those words. But that's basically what I implied. Of course, I was the secretary, so I wrote a letter and, you know, resigned, basically. But I loved the job. I really did. And the people were nice. But I didn't like the way the mentality, it just became a mass of, oh, we're all sheep following the government. The government is telling us to do this, so we must do that. No, that's not how it works. You don't force people to get vaccines. If you're scared to get sick, stay home. All right, let me wipe that up now. 1 second. Let's not talk politics. I'm not going to talk politics. I'm gonna get angry. Although, thank goodness now the House is under conservative control. Barely, but we made it. And I'm not a Republican, but I'm certainly not a Democrat. I mean, if I had to be something, I'd be a Republican. But I vote some Democrats that are more moderate, like sort of towards the middle. But, I'll clean that up later. I dropped some glue on the floor. Okay, anyway, at the office, we have that stuff so you don't have to lick your fingers. Look at this. She is such a flop girl. Look at her. I just put her down. She's just a flop girl today. Let me put this money in here. Now, what do I have left? I have $4 bills. I thought I had more cash than this. I mean, I have a credit card, but I have zero in the bank. I'm poor. I'm living in my parents' garage, eating all their food because I have no money. I have no job. I will start working again, but I wonder who's going to hire me because, I have some issues. I left my last job on, tense circumstances. And under tense circumstances, they certainly were. Okay, so I have a $5 bill here. So I have $9. Woo, woo. There's a 5. See, look at her. She's just kind of flopping around, baby girl. All right, at least go like this. Oh, is this an A? We're going to do ASMR. All right, so let me put my $5 bill away. I'm going to try to speak softly. Let me know if I'm speaking too loud. Hello, Macabre. I'm from the UK. Hello, Eloise. You were employed as a secretary in the... No, I was employed as a secretary in a private law firm. Big, very large worldwide law firm. I won't say the name, but there is what do you call it? There is a UK office. There's offices around the world. But, no, it was a regular private, which is, it was a hard 2 years for everyone, I guess, around the world. It was a very difficult 2 years. Had to stay home. We couldn't go. Had to wear the mask. They were pushing those vaccines, which I still don't believe in. Good RX. Gotta pick something up. Maybe I'll get it. Gotta go to the pharmacy, but I'll go later. I'll go tomorrow. I still have time. Good RX. What's this? CVS. Use this card to save on prescriptions at CVS. Okay, use this card to save on prescriptions at 70,000 pharmacies. But my name isn't on it. Oh, yeah. Well, it was sent to me. Scan this QR code and visit goodrx.com. Download the free GoodRx mobile app. Everything has a mobile app now, but it is useful to have a mobile app. All right, I'll keep this card, I guess. So, I don't remember what I was saying, but it just angered me that they were such wimps. Don't force your employees to get a vaccine. Yes, the government says you have to. Well, defy the government. Defy the government when they're wrong. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to follow blindly. The government tells you. It's not Simon Says. I wonder if I could do political ASMR. Do people, does that... When I'm screaming and yelling about politics, does it give you ASMR tingles? All right, this. Okay, I want to keep this because maybe tomorrow I'll go try to find one somewhere. Oh, I was looking here. So this is the BJ's Smart Saver. By the way, these are brown. I guess you can tell that's not my skin. These are leggings. I should go to, what time is it? I'm not going. I should go to jiu-jitsu. I signed up for jiu-jitsu classes, and I hate them. But I was forced to sign up for 6 months. It was required to sign up for 6 months. So they end I think during January, end of January or something. So I should force myself to go to a few classes, but I'm not going to go this week. Maybe I'll go on, okay, Saturday they have it, but I'm busy Saturday. So I'll go Monday. I'll go Monday, Tuesday. I'll go for a week straight every night, so I catch up like on the moves. It's sort of like you know. But yeah, I don't like. I know I would love to know jiu-jitsu in case I get attacked or something. And I did learn a couple of moves, but I really, I don't like it. But martial arts are good. You know what? I don't mind the jiu-jitsu so much, but it's very hands-on. You got to get yourself in all these weird positions with men I don't even know. It's just weird. I mean, really weird positions. Like as if you're fighting, obviously you could be in any kind of weird position, anything to win the fight, but so he'll say, okay, if somebody has you in this position, the way you escape and get control is going like this and that and the other. So you can imagine some of the positions are very, I don't want to use a vulgar word, but they're sort of weird positions. Like your face might be near something that you really don't want your face near, or you know what I mean? Or, sometimes, we have to take turns. So one position, I was on my back and the person was, on top because we were supposed to be practicing how to escape if you're ever in a position where you're on your back and somebody is, and that's a good thing to know. I'm not saying it's not. I mean, obviously I'd like to learn how to escape that position if I'm ever put in that position. Someone attacks me or something, but it's just too strange for me. I just, and they're men that I don't know. They may be even men that smell, maybe men have a higher tolerance for that stuff because the men do it to each other too. So, we have to, that's the class, but it's just too uncomfortable for me. There are no women there. And even with a woman, it would be weird. I'm just not a very touchy-feely person. So while it would be to my interest to get over that and learn jiu-jitsu so I can defend myself if I ever need to, I think, I don't know. I think I'll learn a few moves like I have, and then I'll have them and I'll practice them, over the years, the few, and hopefully one of them will be useful to me someday if I need it. But besides, you also have to work out, because no matter how much leverage, because they teach you, use your leverage. So if I'm fighting against a larger man, there are ways. If the man doesn't know jiu-jitsu and I do, I might have a chance. But if I knew jiu-jitsu and the man knows jiu-jitsu, there's no way I could possibly win, if we're both equal. What was my point? Yeah, so, I could, in theory, I've never tried it, flip a man. I've learned the move. Like if a man comes towards me to, hurt me or whatever, I have learned how to flip a man. However, I haven't actually done it. The guy showed me, okay, do this, but I don't actually spar like the men do because there are no women to spar with. I'm not going to spar with a 200-pound man. So, but theoretically, I should be able to. He showed me how to, you need some strength, but you really need more the leverage. You get him a certain angle and you can flip him. But even so, you still need some strength, and I probably should work out. But, of course, The teacher let me flip him. Yeah, I did flip the teacher, but it's sort of like he helped. Like, I could tell, like, when I did the move, he was probably trying to build my confidence. I could sense that he jumped a little bit so that he would flip. So, you know, it's cute. I mean, it was nice of him. I like the teacher. There's two teachers. It depends what day you go. But one of the teachers, oh my gosh, he's so handsome. He's like 30. I mean, but, so that's the one I flipped. But I haven't been back in like 2 or 3 weeks. So I really, it's already, what's today? Thursday. So it's done. There's nothing. Friday there's no class. Saturday there's class, but in the morning. So I'll go Monday. And I'll go Monday for the one teacher. Tuesday is another teacher. I think there's even a third teacher that I've never had. There's my father. He's coming back with the dog. He might talk, so I'll just pretend like I'm not on here. I did put some stuff away in boxes. Ugh. But, oh well. I'm not feeling too good. You know, I take some antidepressant medicines sometimes. And I have been taking them recently. Since COVID, I had gone on medication. I got really bad. My head was not well during COVID. So, but I ran out of the medicines. I texted the doctor for him to refill. But he hasn't responded. So that certainly is part of it. But I'm just kind of sick of everything anyway. Where's that darn phone? Here it is. Let's see if he responded. Maybe I should give him a quick call. I mean, I know I can live without medication. I know myself enough to know that how I react to things is usually worse when I'm not taking the medication. But I still know. There's my father coming. 1 second. I just uploaded my doggy on the Facebook. Not Facebook, on Instagram. Do you guys have my Instagram? I'll show you again. My non-political Instagram. I have two. I have a very shocking political Instagram. And then I have a non-political one. So here's my non-political. You go to Instagram and then you search for @PetitPoisFashion. I have a disabled puppy. She has neuroencephalia. That's liquid on the brain, water on the brain. 4 people! Yay! Hoo, hoo, hoo. Say hi in the chat. I didn't read everything. Employees say, side question. What kind of exercises do you keep such slim, athletic figure? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I walk a lot, number one. I don't eat high-fat foods. I've never done that. My family, I don't know if it's because we're from Argentina or because my mother was always more so than my father, but both of them. My father's a doctor. But Argentines are a bit obsessive about looks and thinness, and so in the culture it's pressured to stay slender, and it's hard. But I've gotten used to it. So ever since I've been little, my mother always made us eat vegetables and didn't encourage us to have butter or fat or mayo. She wouldn't keep mayo. She wouldn't buy peanut butter. She wouldn't buy butter. She'd get margarine. The meats were always lean. Chicken, she'd take the skin off. I mean, she just fed us very light. And, I got used to eating that way. And although my weakness is candy, not so much bread anymore. But at the time when I was growing up, I was a teen, I was quite chubby. I would eat bread, though. Bread, when I was young, bread. And so much bread is... But anyway, long story short, because I get too long. So I eat healthy. I eat pretty healthy. And then I walk a lot. Like if I'm... Especially... Well, in Miami, but in Maryland, too, because it's a location that's very walking friendly. And here, too. So if I'm only going, even, say, 10, 15 blocks, like the supermarket is... Unless I'm getting a lot of stuff, of course, then... But, usually if I have to go buy something, if it's around here, within 10 blocks, I'll usually walk. And sometimes I'll just walk because I like to, but no, I don't make a conscious effort. I joined the jujitsu because more I was thinking self-defense more than exercise, but jujitsu is very, very good. And I would suggest taking it if you were thinking about taking. They say jujitsu, if you get into it, is the one that really blends the body and the mind and the Asian philosophy and all that stuff. I'm not that into it, so I don't know about it, but it's my dad. Oh, my parents are old. I get along with my father, not so much with my mother, but so yeah, that's basically it. And genes. I mean, genetically, I'm sure has something to do with it too. But but no, I'm flat. I've got my stuff, and I'm vegan. You look incredibly healthy and good shape. Oh, well, thank you so much, Mr. Macabre. I used to be vegan, if not all your age category honorable. No, I will admit, I look at women my age. Some look good, especially Miami. Again, the Latin culture also. Miami is very Latino. Yeah, a lot of very pretty women down here, even women my age. But yeah, comparing myself to some women my age, yeah, I say, I'm not bad. You know, I could be better, could be worse, but yeah, I'm in the running for my age group. Yeah, I guess so. Thank you. but no, yeah, I used to be a vegetarian. I've never been a vegan. I tried to be a vegetarian for some years, and I would cheat, but I was pretty good. And then I would cheat like on Thanksgiving, and I finally, particularly during COVID, that COVID really screwed up my life. The whole 2 years, I kind of like, oh, what am I eating? Let me just eat what I want, and then I started to say it's kind of hypocritical. We care so much about our animals, which we should. Animals deserve to be, they don't deserve to be cruelty and things like that, but sometimes we do more for animals than we do for human beings and children, and I just, plus, yeah, it was tempting. It smelled good. I mean, I won't lie. And I finally, so now I eat a lot of vegetables and fruits, and I avoid meat, I don't seek out meat, but if it's there, I eat it. But I haven't had red meat in, at least a couple of weeks, because usually when I do eat meat, it's chicken. It's some sort of poultry. Now I'm going to eat Thanksgiving. But yeah, not the fattening meat. I eat ribs sometimes, pork ribs occasionally. Those, oh my gosh, now my mouth is watering. But yeah, no, I go easy on the fats more than the candy. Well, today I didn't get candy. I went to this pharmacy because I had to get another prescription. And, usually I throw in some candy when I buy my medicine. And I didn't do it today. So, I just didn't feel like. So it wasn't. But, oh, isn't she cute, Eloise? She's so cute. She was the runt of her litter. Her mother is a half dachshund. Her grandmother was a full dachshund. And her father is her grandfather. It was the neighbor's dog came over twice. Came to the grandma the first time, and they had a litter. And this was in Argentina also. And my cousin's so irresponsible. You spay your dogs. That's, again, maybe in some cultures it's less pushed to spay. Although they're getting into it now. They're starting to encourage more and more people spay their dogs in Argentina. But, my cousin wasn't really on board. And so the dog got pregnant. The 100% dachshund got pregnant by the neighbor's dog. And they had a litter, and they gave all the puppies away. It was all cool. During COVID, so it was easy to give the puppies away because a lot of people adopted during COVID. So that was kind of lucky. And then, but they kept one of the puppies. And then, before you know it, the puppy grew. Like, here comes Dad, and got with the daughter. And so her grandfather is her father. So and I'm imagining, now the other puppies came out normal. There were 4. The other 4 came out, the other 3, well, one of them died. And they came out all different colors, and they didn't look at anything alike to each other. But she looks like her grandfather father. He's got this kind of look. He's a little nicer looking. And I imagine maybe some genes got into her with the, when you inbreed, you can mess up the results. So, but she's perfect for me. Now, if she were like a little child, if there were a little child that wants a puppy, no. Because all she does is, she plays, but then she gets tired quickly and flops. And then she'll have days like today where she's just kind of floppy. But she's good for me because she's easy to control. She doesn't run fast. She wobbles. She'll hop around. If you see my Instagram, you'll see her on there. She can hop and, run a little bit. But she has her days. Oh, baby girl. And there's nothing we can do. I took her to have it's neurological, So I took her to a neurologist. It was very expensive. Goodness. See, that's what I mean. I mean, what I spent on her for her neurology, some poor child could have had meals for 2 years in some countries. But but it was just the one visit that was expensive. And then after that, it's just, and they said, well, there's really nothing we can do because there are some dogs where they have the same condition, but they're able to put a stent, I think it's called, and it drains the liquid, and then they're almost normal. They have to have the stent in at all times. I don't know where they stick it. But in her case, first of all, I think it's not an extreme case comparatively, but also on top of that, the doctor says she has some part of her brain that's deformed, so they can't really do the stent anyway. And I don't know if I would have wanted, I don't know, I would have to know what it would have entailed. But the doctor's, my hair's a mess. The doctor said he doesn't suggest it. So we'll see. I don't even know how long she's going to live. She's 8 months old. It's getting dark. I should put a light on or something. I hope she lives a long time. I'll just take care of her. But, we don't know because she's sick. Who knows? Maybe she won't last. But I hope she does. I don't see why she shouldn't. It's hydrocephalus. Why not look that up? How long do people with hydrocephalia last? Or let's do dogs with hydrocephalia. Of course, some have so much that their head gets really huge. Hydrocephalia, you can look it up. Oh, bad position. Oh. I have to crack. I need to go to a chiropractor. That's what I need. I'd like to go to Brenda Mondragon. And if you like ASMR, Brenda Mondragon on YouTube. Mondragon. Maybe we could watch a video of hers because they're like 20 minutes and they're very relaxing. And I mean, I've never been a ASMR sufferer, or what do you call it? I don't feel the tingles that people call, but I still like the ASMR for, what am I showing here? So let me first look up hydrocephalia. Hi, Ian. Hi, Ian. 8 people! Woo, 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 woo. I'm getting famous. No, just kidding. Let's see. Hydrocephalia. Hydrocephalia. Is that how you spell it? Hydroencephaly. National Institute of Neurological. Well, I'll just quick read and tell you what my dog has then. This is for people, NIH, but it's still the same thing. So, information. Brain malformations. Definition. Hydroencephaly is a rare condition in which the brain's cerebral hemispheres are absent and replaced by sacs filled with cerebrospinal fluid. An infant with hydroencephaly may appear normal at birth. The infant's head size and spontaneous reflexes such as sucking her thumb, wait a minute, or sucking, yeah, it's why can't I read anymore though? It says read more, I click it, there we go. Such as sucking, swallowing, crying, and moving the arms and legs may all seem normal. However, after a few weeks, the infant usually becomes irritable and has increased has increased muscle tone. It seems like they would have decreased, but anyway. After a few months of life, seizures and hydrocephalus, excessive accumulation of cerebrospinal fluid in the brain, may develop. You know what? She does have like little... Sometimes I think they're mini seizures from the... She'll be like... And she'll get stuck for a while. Like she's narcoleptic or something. Other symptoms may include visual impairment. She sometimes does. Yeah, that's another thing. Sometimes she'll be playing, everything's fine, she sees, and then it'll seem like she's blind, and she'll be like looking around like because she doesn't know where I am, and when I whistle, then she comes because she follows the sound. So occasionally that'll happen. It doesn't happen all the time. So yeah, visual impairment, lack of growth, deafness. I hope not. Blindness, spastic quadriparesis, that's paralysis, and intellectual deficits. No, you're not. No, you are not intellectual deficit. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're very smart. You are very smart. Oh my gosh, she just melts me. I just melt every time I pick her up. Hydrocephaly is considered to be an extreme form of porencephaly, a rare disorder characterized by a cyst or cavity in the cerebral hemispheres. They showed me a picture. You know, they took the MRI or whatever they did to her brain. They showed me pictures. I didn't understand what I was looking at. It looked normal to me. You know, I just saw a dog's head, but... I don't know. She pointed to a part. She said, "Oh, do you see over here? This is because this." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I see." I don't understand. A cyst cavity in the cerebral hemispheres and may be caused by vascular infections or traumatic disorders after the 12th week of pregnancy. Okay. I wonder, maybe it was a trauma in the pregnancy? Like maybe she was squished. That's another theory I have, because she also has kind of a hunchy back, like she's sort of like a comma shape. So even when she walks, her back legs are kind of tucked under and she's got like a hunch. And maybe she was in the womb in a bad position and it got her like that. And she's got some weakness in her back legs. But you'll see, if you go to the Instagram, you'll see her hopping around. I just uploaded a cute video today of her hopping over the threshold. Because she even, for a while, couldn't even, if it wasn't straight, she even couldn't, you know, you'd put something just slightly high in front of her, like even, you know, half an inch tall, and she couldn't continue. So she still is very easy to control as far as where she goes. And I like that, so I can go out and just leave her on the front lawn. We don't have fence or anything. I don't leave her there. I stay with her. I don't leave her unattended. But I can just put her on the lawn and just sit down and kind of watch her. You know, I don't have to be worried she's going to run to the street or something, because if I see her going in that direction, of course, I'll get up and get her. But diagnosis may be delayed for several months because early behavior appears to be relatively normal. Yeah, that's what they told me. I met her at 4 months old, but they told me that, yeah, in the beginning, you know, it was all cool, and then the other puppies were advancing, and she took a lot longer to catch up, you know. Some infants may have additional abnormalities at birth, including seizures, blah, blah. Okay, well, anyway, that's what she has. Treatment. There is no definitive treatment for hydrocephaly. Treatment is symptomatic and supportive. Yeah, so I do treat her symptoms. They gave me interesting. It's a stomach. It's an over-the-counter stomach remedy. Omeprazole. I've seen it at the store even, but they give me my own little mix because she has to have a certain dosage that the store doesn't offer, and I don't want to be cutting up the pills. I can't measure them. Okay, so hydrocephalus may be treated with a shunt. Did I say stent? I meant shunt. A surgically implanted tube that diverts the fluid from one pathway to another. So, yeah, I can see. I guess they open her brain and put a tube in there, and the water or whatever, the liquid, goes somewhere else. But she's not going to have that done. So, but I'm okay. I'm happy. As long as she's around, I'm happy. You know, she could die early because of that. I don't know. I didn't ask the doctor, actually, if that does hydroencephaly. Let me do that. Hydroencephaly in dogs. Hydroencephaly in dogs. I'll check the chat in a minute. Let me check right now. Let me see there. Oh, hi, E. Alex Lovelace. I've watched you for years but never commented. Oh, thank you. Hi, Alex. Me too. I do that. I've followed people for years, and it's weird because they don't even know I exist because I've never commented, but I feel like we know each other. I know what you mean. That happens to me too. I've joined the live late. Hey, how have you been? Yeah, pretty good. I had a live earlier, but it was basically the whole live. It was 3 hours and 3.5 hours of a trial. I had it on the screen share, so you didn't miss anything there. And this one, I don't know how long I've been on, but here I've just been blabbing. So we're now researching hydroencephaly, which is, let me show you the screen. Okay, 1 minute. Screen share. There. Look at that. Hydrocephalus in dogs. Symptoms, causes, and treatments. I mean, the vet pretty much told me a lot of this. But see, water on the brain, basically. So the doctor showed me a picture. Kind of looked like that. I don't know what I was looking at, but see how this puppy's head is big? Oops, what happened? Can you make it bigger? Hydrocephalus in dog, classical cause and diagnosis. Here we go. Hello. Anyway, you see how the dog's head is big? Hers doesn't do that, thank goodness. But in that case, with that head being big like that, probably they do need the shunt. But her head isn't big, so maybe it's a milder case. But they say it could cause pressure and make her head hurt, so I don't know. But so all I give her, they say that stomach remedy for humans, omeprazole, for some reason, a side effect of it is that it helps reduce liquid in hydroencephaly. So they said, well, just give her that. And the good thing is that when I run out, if I haven't gotten a renewal of the prescription, I should turn on. Oh, I bought a cool thing. I should use it. Okay. At least I can go to actually, that's what I did. I went to Maryland recently, and I forgot her medicine. But thank goodness it's an over-the-counter drug, and so I just bought it at the store and just tried to cut it up because she takes 0.3 milligrams or something, and the pills are 20 milligrams, and she takes 3 milligrams. So I cut it into quarters. She got a little more than she should, and I would just give her a quarter a day, a quarter of a pill a day. Oh, there's glue on here. I'm going to plug this light in. This is such a cool thing. It's a light, but look, okay, you have this. It comes in this bag. I bought it at Best Buy. So see, it's like a, little bag carried around. So, but what it is it's a lamp. It's plastic. And look how it works. It's little. Oh, you can't see. You're on screen share. Wait a minute. We were going to do hydroencephaly, weren't we? Well, that's basically it. There's really nothing more to say. Oh, I wanted to see her lifespan. Lifespan. Let me do that, and then I'll show you this cool thing that I have for the lighting. Although, since I'm not on the camera, it doesn't matter right now. Symptoms. So, lifespan. What kind of head does a dog with hydrocephalus have? What is the treatment? Do all puppies with expansion? I just want to see lifespan. I'm going to have to click on something. Let me see. Lifespan. Hydrocephaly. Lifespan. Because a little dachshund could live 15 years. You know, a healthy dachshund, I believe. 15, maybe even 20. These days, dogs are lasting longer. In dogs' life expectancy, here we go. Here's one. Now, the research, we don't know. This is keepingdog.com. I don't know how. But hydrocephalus is more commonly known as water on the brain. Look at that. It's recent, September 30th. Is a disease that affects a wide range of species. Unfortunately, dogs are one such species, so it's important for pet lovers to know at least the basics about it. As such, we've put together some of the most important facts, blah, blah, blah. Very, very limited lifespan. Aww. Severity differs, but few dogs with this condition can live. What? Well, she has a mild case, so, I mean, I'm thinking she may die young. You know, but that's okay. She would have died anyway because nobody was going to adopt her. So I'll just love her until she's gone, right? We won't think about that. But I'm going to assume that is a very, severe case. Oh, let's watch this video. That would be cool. How veterinarians diagnose. 2 years. But first of all, 2 years. But this is keepingdog.com, so I don't know where she got. Well, this is Dr. Becker, discusses hydrocephalus. So I'm going to play this unless there are any objections. How long is it, though? If it's really long, I'm not going to. Let me see. Watch on YouTube. Let me watch it here. It's 7 minutes.
Background.
Okay. So I'll check if there's any objections. But it's a 7-minute video. I'll just watch it. Okay, so we'll watch the video. It's 7 minutes. And then I'll come back and show you this cool thing. It's for lighting and filming, which I haven't ever used yet, but okay, here we go. Oops. Okay, we're going to close this. Oh, what have I done, silly me? I closed the one that I was going to play. Okay, what did I click? Okay, click on this one. We'll close this now. So they claim it's 2 years. I think my dog is going to last at least, 10. She doesn't have a severe case. All right, let me stop my... Oh, I got to mute my microphone. So I'm going to mute my microphone, so you're not going to hear me for a bit, and then you'll hear the video. Okay, talk to you in a minute, in 7 minutes.
Hydrocephalus. Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Becker, and hydrocephalus, which is also sometimes called water on the brain, is a condition in which there's an abnormal buildup of cerebrospinal fluid, which we abbreviate as CSF, inside the skull and brain. CSF forms normally in the brain. The fluid circulates through parts of the brain and coverings, bathing and protecting them, and is ultimately absorbed into the circulatory system. Hydrocephalus occurs either because the body produces too much spinal fluid, or more commonly, the brain can't regulate the fluid properly. In animals with hydrocephaly, the fluid-filled spaces, which are called the ventricles, filled within the brain, fill with this fluid and actually end up overflowing with this fluid because there's just too much CSF present. The brain then swells, and the increased pressure can damage or inhibit the development of brain tissue. Hydrocephalus is usually congenital, which means present from birth, meaning the puppy or kitten is born with it, and in most cases, it's in these situations, it's referred to as primary hydrocephalus. The condition is most commonly seen with toy breeds with dome-shaped heads or skulls, as well as some small breeds and brachycephalic breeds, or breeds with smashed noses, including the Maltese, Yorkshire Terrier, Pomeranian, Cairn Terrier, Toy Poodle, Boston Terrier, English Bulldog, Lhasas, Pekingese, Pug, Shih Tzus, and especially the Chihuahua. In kitties, the Siamese breed is predisposed to this condition. Secondary hydrocephalus is acquired later in life and usually the result of head trauma, including a brain hemorrhage, vitamin A deficiency, brain tumors, exposure to certain drugs, chemicals, or toxins, as well as bacterial or viral infections within the brain. A pet with hydrocephaly often begins showing symptoms of an enlarged head within a few weeks of birth. In very young animals, the bones of the skull haven't yet fused together, which is why enlargement is possible. Obviously, adult dogs and cats, if their cranial bones are fused, that skull doesn't enlarge. As the cerebrospinal fluid continues to build, it puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the brain and causes the neurological symptoms that typically begin to show up around 8 to 12 weeks of age. Puppies with hydrocephalus are often runts of the litter. They tend to be
Yes, she was the runt. Oh my gosh, she was so, like, all the dogs. I got there were three. I say all the dogs. There were three puppies. So the first two, the minute I walked in, I didn't even know my cousin's dog had puppies again, while the second dog had the puppy. So I went to visit, and so the two puppies came running to greet me. I was like, oh, puppies, how cute. I didn't know, and then I look and I see this third one, my little penny Leona Penelope, kind of like flopping on over, like how she walks, but even worse when she was a puppy, when she was younger, because she's kind of learning to compensate now. And I was like, what about this one? And my cousin said, well, yeah, that one's kind of weird. She came out like that, And the minute I had been wanting a puppy. I had been wanting a small dog for a long time, but I just, I didn't feel ready. Plus, if you go to the Humane Society, you can, you can still find them. But rescues make sure that you're in a stable position before they allow you to adopt. I mean, with good reasons. They want to make sure you have an actual home to live in. You usually have to present them with in Argentina for sure, but in the U.S. I believe too. I think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't adopted from the Humane Society since I was a little girl. But my father took me. But I believe you got to show them that you have a stable home. They may even want to do a home visit sometimes. Not the Humane Society necessarily, but these other rescue, And I wasn't in a situation where I would be able to, where a serious dog rescue would have let me have a dog. I was thinking, well, maybe I could eventually when I feel I wasn't quite emotionally ready yet, but I was going to say, well, I could go on Craigslist but even so, people are going to question you. Well, what do you do? Where do you live? Do you have your own home? Do you have a yard? Which I do in my parents' home, not my own, but anyway, so she was the runt of the litter. That was the point. Okay.
Be slower to learn than their siblings. They can be incredibly difficult to housebreak, and because the brain is involved.
Yeah, I'll admit she's touch and go. Sometimes she'll, she doesn't know how to ask to go out. I take her. I know how to train dogs. I've had many dogs, and I've ordinarily. I can't think of one dog that I wasn't able to train to hold it and then go outside. Basically you just. The way I would do it from a puppy, I'd be watching them all the time, and when I saw they wanted to squat or something, I'd run outside, and they learned. Somehow they just learned that they had to go outside. But with her, it is difficult. She's already 8 months, and she'll go outside because she happens to need to go when I took her outside. And I try to calculate, I probably should get her feeding schedule more regular. I kind of let her eat whenever she wants. So she's still a puppy. But yeah, when she's a year old, I'm going to start feeding her strictly just twice a day. So, and then I'm going to calculate, what times she needs to go. But even it's not good because sometimes I've taken her out. It's around the time I know she'd eaten and she might pee because it's a little easier to pee. But she'll. Or she won't pee or poop, she'll play, she'll do everything, and I'll figure, okay, I guess she doesn't have to go. Shortly after we bring her in, she goes on the floor. So, I don't scold her, I'm not into scolding dogs. I'm into praising. So when she goes outside, of course, I make a big to-do. Like, oh my goodness, what a smart dog. She's so cute. She gets very happy. But I don't think she realizes that I'm praising her because she went outside. I think she just thinks I'm being nice. So, yeah, she probably does have a little bit of a slow... She is difficult to housebreak. Okay, it's going to take forever. I don't... Okay, I'll stop. I might skip ahead. Let me check the chat. Is anyone bored yet? Okay. So we're only 2 minutes in. 3 minutes. What happened? What's that thing? Okay. Here we go. Oh, I'm going to do a neuro exam on my dog. Oh, that'll be fun. Let's do I'm going to do an ASMR neuro exam on the dog after we listen to this.
These pets can appear mentally dull or stunted. Sometimes puppies and kittens can appear to be disoriented, very, very slow, profound mental sluggishness, and actually can have pretty significant learning disabilities, which is translated as they're really hard to train. There can also be excessive sleepiness. These animals can just sleep all the time and really profound lethargy. On occasion, you can see erratic behavior and aggression in really young animals, which is also out of the ordinary and quite abnormal.
Oh, sorry, you guys. I forgot to mute the mic, and you're probably hearing the feedback. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Translated as they're really hard to train.
Yeah, sorry about that. It should die off in a second. Let me mute this now.
You can see erratic behavior and aggression in really young animals, which is also out of the ordinary and quite. Other symptoms of hydrocephaly include seizures, head pressing, eyes that focus down and out, a very abnormal gaze, as well as gait abnormalities or movement abnormalities and blindness. Depending on the severity, some pets with hydrocephaly show no obvious symptoms, while other symptoms can be very slow and in onset and then progress over time. The nature and severity of an animal's symptoms doesn't necessarily correspond to the degree of head enlargement as well, or the amount or the accumulation of the amount of cerebrospinal fluid. A pet with mild fluid buildup can have really severe symptoms, while a pet with a significant accumulation of CSF may actually have very mild symptoms or actually no symptoms at all. Hydrocephalus isn't difficult to diagnose, and it's often based on the pet's appearance, history, symptoms that include behavior, and behavior changes are actually very, very common. Your veterinarian or veterinary specialist will want to perform a thorough neurologic examination as well as the standard blood and urine diagnostic tests. If the hydrocephalus is not caused by an infection or other systemic disease, then the test results will probably be normal. Skull x-rays occasionally are taken to check for abnormalities associated with hydrocephalus. A definitive diagnosis of hydrocephalus requires advanced testing, such as a CT or MRI, and/or electroencephalography. In certain rare instances, veterinary specialists might recommend taking a sample of the animal's cerebrospinal fluid, and obviously that process would require general anesthesia. The treatment strategy for hydrocephaly is to either decrease the amount of cerebrospinal fluid being produced or increase the amount of fluid that's being absorbed, which means reroute or shunt the fluid elsewhere. The goal is to relieve the buildup of pressure on the nerves, blood vessels, and other affected brain tissues surgically. And sadly, there's currently no successful long-term medical intervention that can increase the brain's ability to absorb fluid. In the case of acute hydrocephalus, veterinarians sometimes prescribe medications to try and decrease the amount of CSF the body is producing until surgery is scheduled. And if the patient is seizuring, anti-seizure medications will be recommended. There's also several different surgical techniques that can be used to accomplish the rerouting of CSF, but surgical treatment of hydrocephalus should be done, really, in my opinion, only by a veterinary neurologist or a very accomplished soft tissue surgeon that has a lot of experience doing these really intricate procedures. Your pet's treatment will depend on his symptoms, his size, and his physical condition, as well as, most importantly, the underlying reason that the hydrocephalus occurred. If it's a secondary condition and not congenital, because those are treated two different ways. If an animal has been diagnosed with hydrocephalus but is not showing any symptoms of the condition, this is actually when integrative medicine can really shine. There's a whole host of non-toxic options to keep pets asymptomatic, ranging from CBD treatments to IV antioxidants that can actually cross the blood-brain barrier to help scavenge cerebral free radicals and maintain cognitive health, while also keeping patients comfortable and symptom-free for as long as possible. If you have an asymptomatic pet that has a congenital hydrocephaly condition, I strongly recommend that you partner with an integrative veterinarian as soon as possible to help maintain your pet's quality of life to the best of your ability. The outlook for a pet with hydrocephalus can vary, actually depending on a lot of different factors. For animals with no or mild symptoms, and those which the symptoms are secondary to a problem that can be identified and easily treated before significant brain damage occurs, then of course the prognosis is good. For an animal that is symptomatic or has congenital or from birth hydrocephalus with obvious neurologic symptoms and concurrent brain damage, obviously the outlook is much less optimistic, which is why the sooner you're able to identify this major medical issue, the better your pet will be.
Here I was blabbing and I had the thing muted. So yeah, theoretically she shouldn't live very long because she has the symptoms. They're quite obvious, all the stuff the vet said. But I didn't ask the actual neurologist who looked at her. So maybe I'll ask them. But that's okay. I mean, of course I want her to live a long life. But I'm not expecting her to. And if she does, that's even better. So, I'll enjoy all my time with her. It's, in a way, makes it better that, I enjoy her time better with her. Is that me? Okay. So now I was going to show you the thing. And then I'm going to pretend I'm a doctor and do the neuro. You know what I should do? I should go get, they sell, at the dollar store now, they sell a doctor's, for children, toys, doctor's kit, a dental kit. I think they had a nurse kit. They had these little kits for children to play with, and I saw them just today. I didn't get one, but I thought that's so cute. But I should get one and then do that I'm the neurologist. But anyway, here we go. So here's my thing. It's a round lamp, or what, I don't know what you call it. I'll do a review now on this thing that I bought at Best Buy. It was $25 approximately. It's called the Sunpack Cell Storing Vlogging Kit. And so it's very compact. It comes with a remote control, and you can put your phone here to film yourself. I haven't used it yet, but look at it. So it goes like this, and then, you gotta turn this thing to tighten it. It comes with this kind of a screw thing there. So see, now it stays. You gotta, to make it stand up, you have to push it forward in here. Hang on. I'm trying to show you guys. Ordinarily this would be flat. Watch me break it. Hang on a second. So that it stays up. Shoot! You gotta move this up. Okay, there's a way to slide it forward, and I have done that before. I used the lighting. 1 second. Alright, well, I'll figure that part. And it's telescopes, you can make it up tall. Very tall. But let me figure this part out first. How does that work? I did it only once. Is this it? No, that's not it. It's this one. How do I move this thing forward so it stands up? So you put up vertical ring lock, tight knob so that's mounted. Loosen the extendable column locker. Yeah, so that I showed you guys that. When the extendable column is at the center, tighten them. Wait, but this thing needs to move up forward. Watch me break it, my gosh. Come on. Oh, shoot. What was that? Oh, my gosh. What was that? I hope I didn't break it. No, that's just to put it away. To put it up, you go like this. What is going on with this thing? Oh, you guys. I promise it's not this hard. I just forgot how to do it. Oh, okay. You go like this. Wait a minute. Anyway, somehow I gotta slide this down there, and then it will stay firmly standing on this, like this, But let's see, pull it up as you're extracting the. Once tight, tighten the ring, light lock, okay. Loosen the extendable collar. I loosen that. I had it open. If I break this, I'm gonna cry. All right, this is when I want to put it away. You know, fold it up. But to make it stand, you've got to move it forward. Darn it. Loosen the extendable collar, locking collar at the bottom of the column by rotating counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. This way. That's not loosening it. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, so see, you loosen it, you turn something down here, and then this moves forward. There. And then, see, it stays standing. And then I guess you could tighten that. Okay, and then this end is a USB, which you could, of course, plug into one of the plugs that has the USB, or you could put it right into your computer. Now, right now, I have the cordless mouse thing plugged. I only have two USB slots in my laptop, so I'm going to plug this into the wall. I hope it reaches because I want to show you how the light turns on, and then I'll use the light. I'll use it. Can it reach? Maybe it not be able to reach. 1 second. But yeah, really, really economical. I got it at Best Buy. Sunpack is the name of the brand. So, okay, so it's plugged in. And then you have you could use there's a, I guess you can't see it, but there's the switch is on the actual cord. So you can turn it on, see? Now it's turned on. And you can change the colors. Let's see. That's lower. But if you want to make it more brighter, you go like, there's a plus button. And then you can change the color. Are you able to see it? See how it changes color? Maybe you cannot see that. But anyway. Wow, it's really bright on the computer. All right, so I'll put it on the brightest. It's on the brightest. And I'll put a color. Wow, look at all those colors. I don't know which one to pick. I guess I'll pick that one. All right. And then it can extend this telescope thing. How do we? Oh, see, it is as tall as 54 inches tall, and use it to stand on the floor, or you can use it short to put like on a table or something. So I love this thing. Oh, and I forgot one more thing. Let me show you and then, so that you can vlog, if you want to do it from your phone, it has this thing here. So you put your phone here, and it adjusts to whatever phone size you need, you know. So I really like it, but I've never used it yet, except for the light. I haven't used this thing, but I might try vlogging from the phone. But it's a great gift. If you have someone you don't know what to buy them, get them one of these. If it's someone you know that likes to chat on the internet. All right, let me put it there. How's that? Oh, and one more thing it comes with. You can take selfies. It's got a remote control. You have to use Bluetooth and connect the Bluetooth with your phone. You put your phone in. But it's very simple. I tried it once with the one that I gave it to my niece, one of my nieces. And we tried using it, and the selfie thing works. Takes a camera. One's for an Android, and one I guess is for, I'm not sure what it says there, but really cool and not bad. I got it at Best Buy. Let's look it up on Best Buy before I do the neurological exam of my dog. Pretending I'm not a doctor. I'll just disclaimer. You guys already know that, but let me look that up. I'm going to switch back to screen share. What is on my chest? Oh, I've been scratching myself. Let me go wipe this off. I'm sorry, guys. I've been having a little bit of a rash and I scratched it. Let's keep this. Okay, I'm right there. What was I talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm thirsty. I might go get a drink too. All right. I had a rash, and instead of not scratching like you're supposed to, yeah, that's my messy house with a lot of junk. That's my jujitsu costume. That's my jujitsu, right? Right in front of the window. That's my jujitsu outfit. You can't tell. It's a white thing. It is so hot. It's very hot. Like when you're in there doing the jujitsu and all the exercising, and it's an enclosed room with no windows. I don't know how those men put up with it. I'm just not. I can't anymore. I'm gonna go because I paid 6 months, so I have to go a few times at least. Are we gonna do the? So let's look up what the price is of this Sunpack thing yet. Sunpack self-storing vlogging kit. Did you fall down again, baby girl? There. Let me switch back to the screen so you guys can. I should put another light on though, shouldn't I? I just have that one light on. All right. Hello. Oh, hello, Mercedes. Hi. Yeah, just blabbing about nothing. So, only 3 people. Oh, I had 8 viewers at one point, but now we're down to 3. Okay. Let me think. Oh, right. I got to put you back on screen share. Oop. I'm getting warm. I might have to put the air conditioning. Okay, we were on screen share again. And I'm going to go. Sunpack. Oops. Can't see from this far back. Sunpack self-storing vlogging kit, it's called. Self-storing vlogging kit. Kit. Sunpack mini box. Oh, there's more than one kind. So, holy, no way. $7.32? No way. I paid $25. That must be a used one. Is it the same one, though? Well, get it, you guys. If you're thinking about getting something, get it. Yeah, that's it. I paid $25. I'm so mad now. And I got 2 of them. One for my niece and one for me. All right, well, you guys, if you want one, you can get it a lot cheaper than I did. There are 10 available. All right, so yeah, it's cool. I mean, like I said, I've not used it, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. I have tried taking my picture with the phone, so yeah, I've tested it out. So it's the one, yeah, it's this one with the lady standing there holding it up. See how she's holding it up? Because she's showing how compact it is. And then you can open it up and make it nice and tall. Yeah, it's as tall as she is, see? All right, well, lucky you guys. If you decide to buy it, don't buy it at Best Buy. Here at Best Buy, it's $11. Oh, look at this one. Well, this is a white one. Makeup vlogging kit. Okay, so it's also for makeup, but what's the difference? This one is, yeah, because people do makeup vlogs. It's hot, but it's cool outside, so. I'll open the doors with some fresh air. I like to avoid using the air conditioning because, oops. it's noisy. I don't, I have the kind of, oh, this is on clearance, this one. Okay, no, but this one doesn't have a slot for the phone. It's for makeup, but where do you put the phone? It doesn't look like you can put the phone in here. What is that one? I'd like to see someone using it, but yeah, I don't see any phone there. But it's basically the same. Oh yeah, you can put the phone. Oh, I see. You put the phone underneath, and you have a mirror. Oh my! The dog fell on the computer. Baby girl, don't do this to me. Okay, she's really not well today. And see, that's what the vet that we just saw said. Some days she might be better than others. And oh well, that's to be expected. Oh, I see. So the difference, the makeup vlogging one, you have the phone here and you have a mirror there. So you can talk to your YouTubers or your viewers and, tell them how to do their makeup. And what's this one? How is the yellow there back there? Phone's whole separate. You can change the colors. How do you change that's weird. How does that happen? You can change the colors in the back. So, videos. Maybe okay, this will show how it works. I'm curious now. I'm going to mute this so we can see how it works. You see, everyone probably left because instead of talking, I was showing the video. That's probably when everyone left. So, I hope you guys don't. I won't, you're so lucky you've got, oh, I know, up north it's freezing. Ireland, yeah, no, way up north, here in the U.S. too, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. It's very cold. So, yeah. Hey, I'm glad I could finally make it to the live. Thank you, Weird Worm Saloon. Weird Worm Saloon. Makes me think of tequila and the worm. So I'm about to play a short video. How short is it? Well, I'll skip ahead. I just want to see how they change the colors in the back of it. See product images, how it's yellow, then here it's pink. I want to know how that's done. But okay, so that's what we're going to watch, and then I'll do the ASMR neurological exam. I'm going to follow along on the video. All right, I'm muting now.
Hi everyone, I'm Christina. As we all know, video platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, Facebook Live, as well as other forms of live streaming and vlogging videos are growing in popularity. For makeup and fashion vloggers, getting accurate lighting is key to highlighting yourself to get the best quality out of your videos. Sunpack knows this better than almost anyone. Sunpack is the leader in vlogging kits, and there is a Sunpack vlogging system that is a perfect match for practically everyone. Today's featured kit is the Sunpack Self-Storing Mirrored Beauty Kit. This compact, portable, and collapsible kit is powered by USB. It is lightweight and super easy to set up in seconds. The 4 independent sections allow the unit to be set at various heights, from a compact 12.5 inches tall to a freestanding 25 inches tall. The 6-inch bicolor LED ring light provides illumination in 9 levels. The ring light includes a high-quality 4-inch mirror, which can rotate up to 270 degrees up or down. The included smartphone mount supports phones in portrait or landscape modes, and the mount can be positioned at practically any angle using its ball head design. Built into the base are compartments which are perfect to store your makeup accessories, small tools, or anything else, so that you can keep everything close at hand. This portable kit is perfect for people of all ages, so whether you're applying makeup for personal use or vlogging videos, styling your hair, Wanting to get that close shave or any other type of personal grooming, the Sunpack self-storing mirrored beauty kit is the ideal choice. Whether you're participating in video group chats, remote learning, video consultation, workout videos, or any other video application, with the Sunpack family of vlogging kits, it's easier than ever to stay in touch with friends, family, coworkers, right from the comfort of your own home or office. Get your Sunpack vlogging kit at Best Buy today.
Okay, didn't explain about the colors though, how it changes the colors in the back. But oh well. Anyway, now you know something new. And last, but I gotta find that video again. One sec, I have to find the video. What did I look for before? I don't remember what. Search history. History. Science. No, those are my favorites. Search history. Was it? How do I see the search history? What did I find before? History. Sunpack, hydrocephalus in dogs, life expectancy. But then when I was watching that, I saw the other one. No, that wasn't it. Oh, right. I go to YouTube and then down
Hi,
at
I'm
the
Dr. Karen.
end. Was it at the end? Here we go. How to perform a neuro exam on the dog. Are we watching? Okay. Okay, one sec. So I wonder if we should, how long is it? It's 5 minutes. Oh, wait, it's intro. Gait and posture. Okay, they do a whole thing. So, nah, it's too complicated. That would be a whole ASMR video that I would have to prepare. But okay, she's walking around the room bumping into things. Hang on. Oh my goodness, she's a little bit heavy today. She's a little bit, I say heavy today, but I don't mean heavy. I mean, she's like a little bit of a handful today. Here we go. But I have a little pen for her where I put her in there. Yes, my doll. Are you being good? No, you're not. And sometimes she bites her mommy. Sometimes she bites her mommy when she gets angry. You know what I want to do? Let me go back to we'll do this later. Here. I am going to do that neurological thing on the ASMR channel. But hang on, let me get back to the screen, to me again. There. Okay. Can you see me? Gee, what is the deal with that light? Yeah, you can see me, but I need I need an actual real light because all the lights are off in this room. Kind of spooky. Ooh, there must be a fire or something. You hear that? You hear it? They're all fire sirens and police sirens and honking. There we go. Weird Saloon. You should do a Q&A sometime. Oh, I could. I mean, you can ask me any questions now, or how would that? You mean in the chat? Yeah, ask any question. Okay. Oh, I could do a Q&A. Yeah. I don't have anything planned, so that would be fine. Oh, a nice cool breeze. I'm sorry, you guys that are in the cold weather. It feels wonderful. Yeah, I opened 2 doors. It was hot, but I have this is a garage, so there's big doors over here, and the little door is over there. But I'm thinking, yeah, this lighting also makes me look horrific. So I'm gonna turn on the big light, but then the big lights, well, they're the kind of lights that don't emit heat, but I don't want to attract. Well, it's cool out. There's no mosquitoes now. Miami's beautiful this time of year. November, the hurricanes are starting to slow down. And then, still November, December still, but ordinarily, although Hurricane Andrew, but November, you start to get these breezes because it's stifling hot in the summertime. And So in the evenings, the breezes, it's so beautiful. I love Florida. I love Miami. It's not the classiest place, it's real, bold, like people with bold makeup or bold, overdone sometimes. Not me personally, but the in general, especially the younger people. And what was my point? Oh, yeah, but the weather and the nature, everything you can discover and learn about nature, those are two things I love about Miami. But not great for finding, like if you're single and you're, say, 40 and up, it gets harder to find men here. There's a lot of women and not a lot of men. So, and if you're a man, maybe you need to come down here, you'll get lucky. But yeah, a lot of men ratio to women, men that are, eligible or and so yeah, you'll find you get cheated on a lot and stuff. So that was the whole thing that I'm done with Tinder. I mean, Tinder, Bumble, all those dating sites. If you've been following this channel for a while, I used to do that back in the way long ago. And but yeah, you get your hopes up. Oh, this guy's calling me. He might be, into me. But he's calling other women too. He's calling you Monday. He's calling the other one Tuesday. He's calling another one Thursday. So even if he calls you 2 or 3 times a week and talks to you for a couple hours, the other nights he's talking a couple hours. It's not that you're special, but but I had this one man calling me a lot. I thought twice a week and going out 2 or 3 times a week or meeting up or going to his house or vice versa for a year or so. And he told me, you're not, he told me, I mean, it's not like he lied, but I thought to myself, yeah, okay, I know he's not, but he's calling me so much, I must be the favorite one. I decided that. He never told me that. But, it turned out I wasn't, obviously. And he eventually, I guess, found a young woman, much younger than me, that he liked. And, it was so painful. That was before, that was years ago. It was before this. But that was like my last, like after that one, I was done. I said, forget it. And then I met Robert, my boyfriend, who was my boyfriend for the last 4 or 5 years. And now we're separate. We're living separately. So I guess it's morphed sort of into a brotherly thing. I mean, we weren't crazy about each other to begin with, but we were both very lonely. He's a nice guy, up in the north. He's not the kind that is a womanizer, one of the few that could be. He could be if he wanted to. He's very handsome and, for his age, he's older than me. And, well, stable financially. I think I spoke about him earlier already. So, but yeah, he's my last whatever he is. I'm just done. I'm too old for this. So, but yeah, and I cannot survive another heartbreak. I got together with him because I knew him many years ago and we know each other well. We dated many years ago back in the 90s. I'm probably repeating myself. Tell me if I'm repeating myself, guys. And, seeing if there's any new. I don't have my contact lenses on, so I have one on, but I can't. So yeah, and with him, at first I thought, okay, we're good. In the beginning it was, even though I wasn't crazy about him, but I'm attracted to him and all that. And I said, okay, well maybe this is a little bit more of a mature relationship where it's not like you're head over heels, but you are compatible and you're companions and stuff. But yeah, that got boring. The romantic part got boring. He's not a boring person. I love him as a person. He's funny. He, intelligent, all that stuff. Very supportive emotionally. But it got boring quickly. After the first 6 months, the romantic part became, kind of humdrum, boring, which happens anyway, I assume, with other couples. But it happened a little soon. You'd think after many years that might happen, but anyway, but still, I can't imagine being with anyone else other, if I'm going to be with someone, it would be with him. Otherwise, I'm done. I'm done, basically. But we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with him. Maybe we'll just be 4 people. Hello. It's great to see you again. I miss your ASMR videos. You're the best. Thank you. I'm gonna do an ASMR. That's why I started this channel, because I ended up just rambling over there, and people were getting disappointed. So I figured, as long as I don't put, because I assume people watch other channels too. So if I don't upload a video, they're not gonna be frustrated. But if I do upload a video and it's not ASMR, they'll be frustrated, because like, I can't believe she. And it happened with my sewing channel too. So, but I want to do I'm going to go to the dollar store and get the little children's doctor's kit. And then I'm going to pretend I'm doing like an examination on the dog. I'll check her ears and all that stuff. And then her, the neurological exam. Because those of you who just came in, if you don't know, she has hydrocephalus. So she's a little bit weird. She's a weird puppy. She's a weird puppy. And she's very floppy today. And, she's so sweet. But when I give her something really delicious, like liver, sometimes I'll boil, because I think that when I give her liver or some red meat, beef, lean but cooked, and it seems like she gets more strength sometimes. Sometimes she seems very lethargic, like is common condition. But when I give her meat or liver, she appears to be a little stronger after that day. So, but I also don't want her getting used to eating liver all the time. But when I give it to her, I give it to her. So obviously I'm not trying to steal it from her, because I'm giving it to her. But she does not rationalize that, does she? So then I try to arrange it, because she's kind of messy eating. So I'll go in and try to fix it. And she bites hard. She bit me really hard. Growls really angrily, and bit me hard. That hurts, Mommy. She's done it more than once. So now I'm careful. When I do that, I know she's going to get angry. But that's the only time she's ever been angry, when I try to adjust liver or meat or something. Her regular kibble, she's fine. I sometimes have to arrange it, because she doesn't eat out of a bowl. She has to eat off of the floor. For some reason, she can't focus on the bowl. Her head goes all over the place, and she ends up stepping on the bowl and flipping the stuff out anyway. So I just feed her off of I'll put like a towel or some kind of cloth, and then put it on the floor, and she'll usually fall on top of it too. That's another thing. She's a very messy eater. So, but she bites me but other than that, she's never angry. She's always sweet, and she always and any new person she meets, she waggles her tail and gets excited. And I don't know a more perfect dog for me right now in my stage of life. Yeah. And she likes to be petted. Okay, I talk too much. When you have a dog or a child, you think it is the most amazing thing on the face of the planet, and you just talk about it. So I'm going to stop, because I'm sure you all have your dogs, and you think your dog is the most amazing dog on the planet. So I don't want to be boasting here. So please save this live. I'm in class right now, and I would love to listen and watch this one time. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll save this one. I didn't save the other one, because it was basically the trial the whole day, which you can just see directly from the YouTube. But I will save this one. You've been watching for years. I feel as though we would really be great friends in a past life. We would be really great friends in a past life. Okay. We would be is future and past life. But no, that's cool. No, I feel like I'm friends with the people who chat. I don't know the people who watch me, who have never commented, but I know what it's like. I don't want to call it stalking, but there are people that I follow for years. It's just a normal thing. And it's usually one. Yeah, the one is Brenda Mondragon. I love her so much. I might put her on at the end after I'm finished blabbing, because I'm in a blabbing mood. Or you know what? I'll just refer you guys and you do it. But there's one thing she does. It's called scraping. She does the chiropractic, and you hear the bones cracking. That's, I guess I'll warn you. Like the person will be on the table and she'll. And I've seen other chiropractors too, but I don't like the other ones. I like how she does it. So you'll hear the crack. She'll put the microphone close to where she's cracking on purpose because some ASMR people like it. And she's really good. And she's just up in Orlando. I feel like going. I kind of need a back cracking, a bone adjustment. And I think it would be good for me. I'm a little scared because the bone's cracking, but she's an expert. She does their head like this. That's the part that's you got to get used to that. She'll be laying down and she'll grab their head and I don't know what she does, but she cracks their. Ooh, now I feel like getting it done. But I've heard chiropractic is very good. It's very good. So I'll put her name. Well, let me just put a link to her channel. 1 second. YouTube. And yeah, I just like her. She's gained some weight since I first started watching her. Doesn't matter. She's still an excellent. As a matter of fact, having more weight, in my opinion, now because I've watched her video, it helps her because she's got to really push hard to make the bones crack like they're supposed to. And I guess that extra weight that she's gained, it helps. So if anything, she would be better at her job from it. But I did write to her because the way to get an appointment, she said write to her on Instagram, I think one time. She's got a website. I'm going to try again. But, I requested an appointment. I would have driven up. It's 3.5 hours, maybe 4 hours up there. I would have gone, maybe planned it ahead of time and gone up, maybe gone to Disney or something. Make it a whole thing and then also stop and see her. But she never responded, and that was a while back. So I'm going to try again because some of the people on her YouTube channel, some of her clients, have already been back twice. So obviously there's a way to get an appointment, other way. So her name is Brenda Mondragon. So wait, let me get to her. Brenda Mondragon. Wait a minute. Brenda Mondragon. There she is. 1 second. Here she is. Mondragon Chiropractic. But yeah, watch the whole. Oh, we can now I've got to do that. Some of my channels don't have a URL that's memorable. This one I think does, but she's apparently updated hers. So anyway, here it is. It's Mondragon Chiropractic. So if you're ASMR person, even if you're not, it's a cool channel. But so there's that part out, and there's two things you have to be, aware of, which I enjoy watching. The second one that I'm about to tell you, but some people might not. So she does the neck cracking, so be prepared, or turn it off or something for that point if you don't like. And then she does another thing called gua sha, which is scraping. She'll get a gua sha is, I think, some Asian thing to deplete the body of impurities or whatever. I hate how it gets so dark back there. Wait a minute. So when she does the gua sha on their back, she uses something, a special tool to scrape. She disinfects it and all. She's a professional. And she'll scrape, not scrape hard. She'll rub your back with a sort of a blunt-edged tool, not a knife or anything. It's blunt, so it's not going to cut. And she scrapes softly. And then the impurities start coming up to the top, so it starts getting all red. And it looks like it's getting irritated, but it's not. The first time I saw it, I was like, ugh. And it doesn't hurt the person. And apparently there's something that it pulls out the impurities and the blood, and so it comes to the surface. And then she has to stop. She can't keep going because then the blood could actually come out. She doesn't do that. There's no blood. It's just it looks like a very red rash, but there's no blood outside. It's all stays inside. So anyway, just preparing you for that because she does do that on almost every video. And I always rewind back to that and watch it over. I just love that for some reason. I love watching it. And I want to have that done to me. Because, you know, so I've got to call. I'm not call. I got to try or go to a website, try to get another appointment. Right now I don't have money, so. But I will. And then, of course, she films it, so I'll be on her channel if I do. I wonder, though, she probably asked you if you don't mind being, and I wonder if she gives you a discount if you allow yourself to be filmed, because she doesn't film every one of her clients, I'm sure. But, okay, now what's next? So I blabbed. Oh, I'm getting a little sleepy. Okay, we could do a Q&A. Any questions? 2 people watching. Oh, thank you for staying. But if there are no questions, I've run out of things to talk about. So I hope you guys will watch the rerun. Maybe some of the people who left. What can I talk about? Yeah, no, I have nothing else to talk about. I told you about my vlogger, Light. I told you about my dog. I think I spoke a little bit about politics. I'm not going to touch that anymore. I have to stay back. I'm noticing that if I don't have a big light on, let me turn the big light on and see what happens there. That probably makes it like more... That makes you able to really see my messy. It's just clutter. It's not... I mean, yeah, obviously when there's clutter, you can't clean that well either. So I'm not claiming my apartment is clean, but I actually, believe it or not, did store some of the clutter today. I've been putting it in a box. I'm going to give some stuff away. I've got to unhoard because I do hoard. See all that stuff? Clothes. That's my trip to Maryland. That's my suitcase back there. And what's over there? Let me see what you guys can see. That's my trip to Maryland. Behind it is her... Can you see her pen? Oh, wrong way. Oh, yeah, you can see the top of her pen. Here, let me move it so you can see. It's a gate, basically, but the floor is the floor. It's bottomless. And it's just a gate that is octagonal. It's like an octagon that it folds up into a square. But so I put her in there when I leave because I'm afraid she might bump into something and something could fall on her. So when I leave, I put her in the pen with her water, her food, her... so you could see the top of it. But I'll leave her here now. Yeah. Oops. What are we showing here? See, it's this thing. I don't know if you can see it. And then there's a door so we can go in. Anyway, it's called a top paw. I would also recommend that if you have a puppy. You know, puppies, when they're brand new, you've got to keep them contained until they are toilet trained. Otherwise, you know, they'll go all over the house. At least you'll have them only going in one place. So, anyway, so that's that. I don't know what else to talk about. Okay. All right. Thank you guys, whoever's still here. Thank you for staying, or thank you for, listening. And the people who are watching the rerun, thank you for watching the rerun. And, all right. Bye. It's kind of sad to go, but I don't have anything else interesting to speak about. So we'll talk soon. No questions. Oh, you left a question. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go back up there. I'm sorry. Oh, Coco, she's a wiener dog. Yeah. Oh, a lot of people asked questions and left. Oh, gosh, I missed all this stuff. Let me see. Hello. I read that. This message is held for review. There's a message. Oh, okay, show. Here we go. Is she a wiener dog? Yes, Coco Bijou. She is a wiener dog. She is a 25% dachshund. And oh, that's what I was going to say. I want to do like a little competition, or not a competition as much as a like I want people to guess her breeds. We already know she's 25% dachshund. So that goes without saying. What other hints could I give? I actually know another one of the breeds that she is, but I'm not going to say it because I want people to guess it. But it's another toy breed. It's a toy breed that she also has some of. And, but if you think about it, now I know her father is not purebred. So she's 25% dachshund, 100% for sure, because her grandmother was 100%, so her mother is 50%. Okay, now the father could have some dachshund too, but I don't think he does. I'll be honest with you. I ordered the Embark DNA test. I haven't tested it on her yet, but they did test her at Pets. Was it? Yeah, they tested her at PetSmart because they wanted to see something about her genetic makeup to see what, that it might be causing her problem. So it did come back with not the full, but it did come back that she was 25% dachshund. So her father has no dachshund in him. So we know for a fact that she's 25% dachshund and other things. That some of them I do know the breed, and I'm going to get the full. But that's the thing. I want people to guess as best as they can what breed she is. Like maybe I'll put a form or something, and then give a prize to the person who comes closest. But I don't even know what prize I could give yet. But so, have a look. She's on my Instagram. She's here. Maybe, yes, you can see her walk. And, tell me what breeds you think she is mixed up with. And then when I get the results, I'm sure I'll be surprised. But, oh, my baby girl. The good thing is, since she's only 25% dachshund, she's not a stubborn girl. Dachshunds, I had a purebred dachshund when I was a little girl. What a stubborn dog. She was so stubborn. They're adorable, but they've got a personality that's stubborn, and I'll do what I want, and if you call them, I'm going to come if I feel like coming. You're not going to tell me what to do. That very, so thank goodness she's watered down, because I don't know, her grandmother, my cousin's, dog, which is her grandmother, because even her mother is 50% dachshund, is a little bit more laid back, but the original matriarch, isn't she? Your grandma, she's got an attitude. Yeah, maybe you'll see her again. They're in Argentina. It's my cousin who lives in Argentina. I brought her all the way from South America. She's an import. But when I travel back, I'd like to take her. It's $125. Or overseas, within the U.S., every time I try to take her on the plane, I've taken her, they've charged me $125. That's it. They don't ask for vaccines. They make you, she has to be in her, in her cupboard, because she's small. But a larger dog, they might charge the same, but the large dog can't go on the cabin. So you'll have to prepare ahead of time and let them know that you're bringing your dog, and, You should do it anyway. I don't always. I usually just show up at the airport and say, oh, I have my dog, and then they charge me, when I'm checking in. And actually, when I came from Argentina, I did everything I was supposed to do. I got her vaccines. I looked at, the Department of Agriculture in the U.S. has certain demands that the dog be vaccinated, that they be disparasited, that, all this stuff. And I did everything. And I paid what I was supposed to pay, and, But when I traveled here from Argentina, not a single person, from the minute I checked in to the time I got off the plane and out customs in the United States, not a single person asked me for a single paper or anything. So, and, you could think, okay, the stewardess, what surprised me was, because, you'd think, okay, the stewardess, I don't have to show her. It probably shows on my ticket that I'm taking my dog, but the security where you go through the x-ray machines and all that, nobody asked me, So maybe they figured, okay, we'll let her go through and they'll check her at the gate. I don't know, but I didn't get asked for anything the whole time, so. No, that's the thing. They didn't even ask me to show when I checked in. And I didn't have to show them when I called them and told them I was bringing my dogs. I figured, okay, when I check in, they'll ask me for the vaccines and all that. They didn't ask for that either. I just said I have my dog with me, and I I had paid already ahead of time, but I'm trying to think. There must have been some place where they would have caught me if I wouldn't have done that stuff. And I wouldn't risk it because they could just be, they might just at random check, so you still should do it. But there, and then when I got to the U.S., same thing. I came through. I mean, I didn't declare the dog in the U.S., so maybe I should have, there I didn't declare. I just came in. She was in my bag, and she's very small, so she was down. Oh, and I didn't answer your question, did I? Wait a minute. Hello there. I still knit sometimes, not often. Wait, no, where's your question? No. Here we are. Oh, here we are. Okay, I missed this whole part. Okay, I'm shivering my house right now. I am here. Yeah, you should, but come to Miami. Come to Miami in winter. November, December. January can get cold. The beach, the water starts to get too cold at the beach. That's the thing. I went to the beach the other day, and it's still okay, but it's definitely not. Summertime is like a bathtub when you go to the beach, like a very warm, slightly higher than warm, slightly cooler than warm. It's not a bathtub quite, but you just go in. It's wonderful. I hate getting up close to read these questions. I wonder if I can make this bigger. Hang on a second. Oh, it's working. I don't have to go. Oh, wait, it's too big now. Wait a minute. Made it too big. There, I can make this big. Okay, now I can see better. Okay, I've been watching you for years. I feel okay, I read that one already. Where's the question? Hang on a second. You said something about I'm nosy because we know so much about you. What's my favorite song? Oh, I have a few. I don't have a particularly favorite song. But let me think. The first one that comes to mind. More recent. Well, okay, I mean, different stages of my life, I had different favorite songs. So, like, when I was a teenager, one song I really liked was one called Sister Christian, which I'm not going to sing for you. But it's called Sister Christian, na 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 na. That one, and Africa by Toto. I bless the rains down in Africa. But that was back when I was a teenager. And then, lately, one moment, I'm going to cough. There's no water. Let me get a drink of water. 1 second. Wait, but I don't know. I think I don't have a favorite, but I've been listening. I mean, I listen to songs lately, but popular songs. What's one that I really like, though, that I hear lately? I just don't know. I love Eminem. He's a white rapper here in the U.S. Maybe you know him. He's world famous, so I really like his rap. Believe it or not, I like some rap. I don't like all the songs, but I like some rap songs, like real hardcore rap, not the, I'm not trying to be whatever, but when white people rap, it's usually lighter. Even Eminem, he's a rapper, and he's very good. He's an excellent rapper. Apparently, from what I hear from black people, he's up there with the good rappers. And but even he, compared to black rappers, is a little bit slightly softer. He's still tough, he's still, and he knows, he's got for rap, you've got to have the street credibility, which is why Will Smith, as adorable as he is, he wasn't such a great rapper. You can feel the street when a real rapper, when a real, true rap is someone who grew up in the streets and struggled and saw the violence and all. That's where rap comes from, from that violence. It's a very violent what do you call it, form of art form. It's a very violent music type. Even if the words aren't violent, you can feel the roughness in it. And Eminem grew up in a very, surrounded by, poverty. He was very poor, like many of the famous rappers were. Will Smith also, I believe, was a poor, but for some reason, I think he probably didn't suffer as much, or it appears to me, because when I've heard him rap, it's been very fun rap. It's sort of like how white people, when we try to do a rap song, white people who haven't lived the life that Eminem or some other rappers have lived, we just kind of make our rhymes, and because I tried one once when I was younger. I tried to do a rap song, and I don't even remember it, but it was just rhymes, but it was not good. I'm almost sure it wasn't good. And then I saw another lady thinking she's good do a rap song. It's like, she sucks. You can just tell. I don't know. I'm not a musician. I don't know about music and all that stuff. I mean, other than just surface level, but you just can't fake it. So that's what I admire about rap. Motown also, Motown, that was the art form mostly by the black community in the 1960s or 70s, maybe, I don't know. 50s, the Supremes. Oh, the Supremes, Diana Ross and the Supremes. That's old stuff. But I'm trying to think of a modern song. I can't think of one in particular right now. But I do hear the new songs of the new people. Oh, I know one. There's one. See, but again, well, she had to. It's a rated R. The words in some songs that I like are not good. They're bad words. So what's the name of that song? Doja Cat. It's super popular. Everybody's heard it. But the problem is, in one part, she starts rapping and she uses the F word. And then for some radio stations, they change that F word into another word. She says cuff instead of the other way around. She'll replace the F word with cuff. Cuffing. So, but I love that song. It's called Kiss Me More. Yeah, it's called Kiss Me More by Doja Cat, and she does it together with Megan Thee Stallion. I love that song. I could listen to it over and over, even to now, and it's not that new anymore. It's been around for a while, but it's got such a nice, and the problem is, it sounds like such an innocent song. Like, if you don't listen to the words, sweet voices singing and kiss me more, da da da. It seems so sweet. And then, unfortunately, she starts that rap part and she says the F word, and it kind of like ruins it for me. Because, if it's going to be rap, make it hard rap. But if it's going to be a sweet song like that one is, even the rap part is kind of nice. It's kind of sweet, with a little bit of an edge. But I'm so disappointed. And even when they put it on the radio and they changed the F word to cuff, still, that the original word was F, so it still kind of ruins it for me. It's just the fact that I know that the original song is the F word in there just kind of makes me sad. It kind of makes me like bummer, because everything else about that song is so perfect. So, she could have made it into, I feel like kissing something, but no, she says, I feel like F-wording something. I'm sure you've heard that song, but it's a beautiful song, though. I love it so much. Let me see, any more questions? So I answered, well, I didn't quite answer. Yes, is it Say So? I thought it was Kiss Me More. I love Janet. Oh my gosh, Janet Jackson was our star. Her and Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was number one for me, when she passed. I mean, Oh, it hurts me to talk about her. I'm going to start to cry. Whitney Houston was like, like you guys are saying when you watch a YouTuber and you feel like you know them, even though that YouTuber doesn't know you exist. That's how I felt about Whitney Houston. Maybe other people too, but she was our friend. Oh my God, don't even. Oh, but Janet Jackson's still alive and it's not sad. I'm not going to talk about Whitney Houston because I promise I'm going to start crying. That's like, I felt like my friend died, even though I never met her. She never knew I existed, all that stuff. And I was, late teens, and in college, she was super famous. And she was famous when I was 13 because she was a model in one of our teen magazines. So, we just grew up with her, my generation. And so when she started getting involved with that man, what's his name? Not Sean Puffycomb, that's another one. Billy Brown, Bobby Brown, whatever. He got her into drugs, and he's around, he's happy, he's alive, and his wife and daughter are dead because he got I don't even. I'm just going to get so angry. And I'm sure he feels bad about it. I'm not saying he doesn't, but it's a pity. She fell for the bad boy like women do. She was the good girl. She learned to sing in church. She's related to Dionne Warwick. I think she's Dionne Warwick's niece. And, she was the model in the teen magazine, and she was natural. She had her natural hair, none of that silly weave and all. And she was just her, oh my gosh. And we loved her so much. Oh, I don't even want, I'm so upset now, right? Yeah, The Bodyguard. It was a crappy movie. It was a terrible, but it was, romantic. And of course I loved The Bodyguard. Saw that movie. And, what a pity. It is Kiss Me More, The Bodyguard, Bobby Brown, right. Shania Twain. I like country music too. I like everything. There's always someone, but usually it's the female singers, the ones that, because when women singers sing, they're singing about women's things, so you can identify. So like, and if a man sings, they've got good songs too, like the rock songs especially. I wasn't really into rock. Hard rock was really in style when I was a teen, but I was more into Madonna, Whitney Houston, the pop singers, Gloria Estefan. But a lot of the kids were into the hard rock, like the rock bands, Van Halen, and I kind of listened to them. I like them now, but back then they didn't appeal to me, the hard rockers. I liked the girls, Janet Jackson, of course, Michael Jackson, of course, was super famous, but I like Janet Jackson better because she's a girl, because she was a woman. College experience and what he studied and how it was. Whitney Houston. Oh, I saw her picture one day. I didn't, unexpectedly once I went somewhere and I saw her picture. It was on because people were putting up pictures of their favorite, singers and favorite famous people. And I burst into tears. I wasn't ready to see it. Like now here we're talking. I was, I like Whitney Houston. But if I saw her picture out of the blue, and I wasn't prepared, so I started tearing up a bit. But I'm fine. I got over it. It's not. But Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift and Jennifer Lopez. Yeah. Jennifer Lopez, actually, sometimes. Some of her songs I don't like. But Taylor Swift, definitely. She's got good songs. But Robert, I guess... I keep calling him, I guess, sort of my boyfriend because we're sort of long distance, but he is in love with Taylor Swift. So I'm not jealous because she'll never look at him, If they met, she might shake his hand, but sometimes I do get a little bit jealous, but it's silly. How can he knows. But he loves her. Sometimes I text him a picture, like if there's a new picture that just came out or an article about her, I send it to him. What can I do, It's not. He's not gonna. He could not talk about it. He's still gonna like her. So I just have to accept it. Anyway, I don't blame her. She's very pretty. She could be a model. She's also a singer, but she could have been a model too. Hi, Sadie. Oh, hi, Sadie. How are you? We're talking about the music that we like, different music that we like. So yeah, if you ask me what's your favorite song, I can't think of it. Summertime, that's another. I like different types of music. So Summertime and The Living is Easy. That's from Porgy and Bess. It's was a Broadway show. You can watch it probably for free on YouTube. Let me just quick look. They made a movie of it. Let me see. Porgy and Bess. Porgy and Bess. Not the latest one, the one from 1959. There's also a newer version. But I like Porgy and Bess, 1959. Yeah, there it is. You can watch the whole movie. And the first song in that movie is Summertime. And the living is easy. It's the mother singing. Oh, gosh, get ready to cry. I didn't watch the 1993 Porgy and Bess, but I watched the 1959 Porgy and Bess, which is free on YouTube. I just found it. Let me put it there. Get ready to cry, though. Oh, my goodness. It's it's romantic and sad and tragic. It's everything. It's everything. Here we go. Hannah, I'll read. Oh, I'm running out on the chat now. Wait a minute. How come I can't? What's wrong? I cannot. I'm trying to post the link. Something's happening here. All right, that's Porgy and Bess, 1959. It's only about 2 hours. It was a Broadway play as well in the 70s, and I saw that one too. The play. I didn't see the 1993, but I kind of don't want to. I'm happy with the 1959 version. So, I hope I didn't. You got to scroll to the beginning. What did I hope I didn't give you the. Hang on. Let me just click on my own link. Why is my mouse not working? Did the battery die? Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Well. Anyway, hang on a second. I'm trying to read here. I'm reading the chat. The place of the music every decade depends on the mood. Right. Yeah, so it's hard to say what's your favorite song. It's hard to say. And I've never had a song. You know how when you date someone, you have your song? I've never had that with any of my boyfriends. We just, we're just together and we listen to music, but we never had our song. So, I used to love Hannah Montana when I was really young and had all of her dolls. Like the grown-up Miley way better. Yeah, I didn't watch Hannah Montana. I guess that's after I was already grown up. But I remember she started on Disney or something. That's what I was told. And then she got famous. Yeah, I've heard a few of her songs. I think I liked some of the ones I heard, but she's not my favorite. I don't know. Today we have Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus, or Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is a little more interesting in her persona is a little more interesting than Miley Cyrus. Billy Ray Cyrus was my generation. Her father, we were in love with him. But it's to you guys, to the young people, it's like, oh, that's shocking. Look what she did. Those sexual things and stuff. That's what Madonna did in our day, or what in the olden days. What was her name? Mae West. Anyone who goes out of what's considered proper is like, the star. So Madonna just it's a formula you do. You shock. And now Madonna's gotten a little silly now. She's too old for it. Now Miley Cyrus can still do it. Madonna's, I don't know. What, on the other hand, what does she care what I think? But she was super famous. Yeah, Madonna. I used to love her music and hate her. I was jealous. Oh, I was jealous of Madonna. I'm first one to admit I'm not anymore, but I was like, it's not fair. She's such a... And I went to Catholic high school. Then I went to a very feminist... That's an interesting... I'll talk about my college because my personality developed from a strict Catholic high school, an atheist agnostic upbringing, because my parents are atheist and agnostic. Then I went to a Catholic high school because they said, even though we're atheist and agnostic, you can research, and if you know, I think that's the way to be. They didn't forbid us or they didn't talk badly about religion. They just said, we don't believe or we don't know. My father is agnostic. So we went to Catholic high school because that's our history, our past, my brother and I. Most of Latin America is Christian, Catholic, like Italy as well, France. So yeah, I went to Catholic high school, did the baptism thing, did all that stuff, learned, about my religion, went to school with all other Catholics and Irish people. I'd never seen so many redheads in my entire life until I went to high school. I think I'd seen like one in my classes before that. I'm trying to think how many redheads. I had a redhead Jewish kid who lived 2 doors down when I was little. And then there was... Who else? I'd hardly seen any redheads. I'd seen a few, obviously. They're not that rare. But when I went to Catholic high school, the first day, I didn't even realize that there were that many redheads all in one place. I mean, Ireland we knew. Oh, redheads live in Ireland. But I didn't know there were that many in the United States. I mean, I'm from a small town, So... but all the Catholic kids from the area, mostly. There were kids that were not Catholic that also went to my Catholic high school. Did I miss, before I continue, I don't want to make sure I didn't miss. Oh, she's adorable, my baby girl. Someone said something. Talk about your college experience and what you studied and how it was. Yeah, so, I'll get to my college. So, strict, Catholic, teachers were nuns and priests and... so I really got in-depth knowledge of the religion, of the Catholic religion. It's very strict, super beyond strict. It's impossible not to go to hell if you're Catholic, because you cannot be, But then I went to an all-women's college in the South, so I had a mix of Southern belles that were very conservative and gung-ho, hardcore, leftist, socialist lesbians and non-lesbians, but very feminists and, so I was exposed to some different interesting women, the Catholic girls that I was friends with, that I'm still friends with today, and then the people in college where you had the Southern belles that were very conservative, and they were mixed in with the very feminist, and so I learned a lot about that too. And so now I'm kind of a mishmash of everything, because I've become conservative. I used to be, in college especially, I was very liberal and feminist and all that stuff, and as I grew and I started, Oh, and I'll tell you what I studied, but anyway, now I'm conservative. So, you can change. You can be one thing at one time, and as different things happen and different things change, you change. As circumstances change, you have to adapt to the new circumstances, and what used to work probably doesn't work anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, with the new information, I now am conservative, and hopefully I'm going to go back towards the middle. We'll see now. Now we have a conservative House. We have a liberal Senate. We still have a liberal president, who I hate, but he's there for 2 more years. So, and then we'll see. I'd like to see it kind of balance out kind of towards the middle. Like we can't obviously be extreme right or extreme left. We want to be kind of in the middle. And I'm relaxing a little now that COVID is over, but during COVID it got to a point where you had to choose. I mean, we were on the verge of civil war, and I said, if I'm going to choose, I'm going to choose the side who's got the guns. I'm not going to go with these little peace-loving people because you're going to get your necks cut off, head cut. So, and the people that I agree with more. So, but I hated it. I didn't want to be on the right, but I said, what choice do I have, And so, but now things have calmed down. I quit my job. I explained earlier in the video. I'm not going to repeat that. So, but what I studied in college, I studied French, French language. I already knew Spanish from my parents who are from Argentina. So we spoke Spanish in the home. So then I already knew Spanish. I took French in high school, French elective. So then when I got to college, I never liked studying. I was always a bad student, even in high school. So when I got to college, I tried to pick the one that was easiest. And I said, well, I already know French. So, and it's easy because I know Spanish too, kind of similar. And I said, it'll be the easiest major. So I just picked French. And also I liked French because in that school, if you majored in French, they sent you to Paris your junior year. So I lived in Paris for a year, that was fun. I mean, I was kind of an awkward person because I was overweight and had pimples in college. People are surprised when I tell them I was quite heavy. I was 170 pounds, which that's for my size. I'm only 5'4". I maybe just barely hit 170, and then I didn't make any extreme effort to lose it. I went to a doctor. I mean, I did make an effort. I finally said, no, this is ridiculous. First of all, I wanted a boyfriend. I didn't ever find one, even when I got thin. But, and I said, what man is going to date me? Even if you're fat, that's okay. You can be fat and attractive. But I was fat and insecure. Now, that makes a huge difference. If you're fat or curvy, but you're very secure and confident, you do. Because there were girls, my friends, who were overweight, who had boyfriends. So obviously it wasn't just the weight, but the weight in my case and my culture made me feel very insecure and unworthy and all that stuff. So I went to a doctor in Argentina. I went to Argentina after college for a year to live and get to know my family, because I'd lived in the U.S. all these years and I'd hardly ever met my family down there. We just by phone and stuff visited a few times. So I stayed for the year and I was teaching English, and I went to a Haitian doctor in Argentina. He was married to an Argentine woman, and he, it was a diet doctor, and he said, okay, well, he gave me a menu. I'd go every week to weigh myself. And he gave me the menu for the week. He said, okay, this week I want you to, he'd handwrite it. I want you to eat this. There wasn't computers and all the printing stuff. It was hand. And, I'd followed this boring diet. I stuck to it, though, at first. For a few, for a while I stuck to it till I got down to not my goal weight, but I got down to a weight that was passable. So it was, steamed chicken with a little salt on it, and boiled and steamed vegetables, and you're supposed to drink the water. You boil the vegetables and eat the vegetables and also drink the water. What else? I was allowed 2 tablespoons of oil per day. Just a common sense, low fat things. I wasn't allowed to eat bread. I was allowed to eat 2 breadsticks per day, like 2, eggs, hard-boiled egg, just non-fat stuff. And then, and I wasn't hungry. I always was feeling full. He said, you have to eat every single thing on this. I couldn't skip anything. He said, single thing I write, every single thing you have to eat. You can't, if you're full, you still force yourself to eat it. And so, yeah, it was a lot of food, but it was, within certain calorie range because it was low fat. And, I was never hungry, I'll admit that. But it was boring as heck. And after several months, I was down to, I was 170, so I was down to about probably 140, 145. So I wasn't thin, but and I started cheating. I started falling off. And, but the thing he told me was, this diet, you have to eat every single thing. It's going to change your metabolism, is what he told me, so that your metabolism will start to process the food faster or better or whatever. But anyway, I stopped going to him after a while because, like I said, after several months, I was down to 140 something. And I just got bored, so I started, eating other things. But I didn't gain the weight back. That's the interesting thing. I didn't lose more because I was just eating whatever I wanted. But I didn't gain the weight back. And I was eating low fat, though. Because, like I said, I was always taught to eat low fat, even in my family. So I like vegetables. And but I would eat bread, and I started eating regular food, beef, good steaks. And back then I wasn't a vegetarian at all, with the little bit of more oil. But no, I didn't gain the weight back. So it's like, okay, well, I'd like to be thinner, but considering I'm eating pretty much whatever I want, I shouldn't complain. I'll just if I maintain this weight, I'll be fine. But then, as time passed, just slowly over years and years, like I'd weigh myself, like I'd think, I should weigh myself, and I'd be, 3 pounds less. I said, how'd that happen? I lost 3 pounds. So it wasn't an effort. I'm very lucky. I went to aerobics too. When I was taking the special diet with the Haitian doctor, I would go to aerobics class several times a week, so I was burning calories too, but then I stopped the aerobics also. So I guess that doctor's long passed away now. I think his son is now taking over the practice. But and then one day I was just like thin. Like one day I noticed, geez, I'm skinny, but not skinny unhealthy, because like I said, I'm eating. I don't do anything crazy, just eat but yeah, I do eat low fat. I don't eat a lot of fat. Like if I'll get a piece of meat, I'll trim off the fat, or occasionally I'll give myself the pleasure, eat a little piece of the fat, of course. But so yeah, unfortunately, you can't eat whatever. Like if you enjoy greasy stuff and butter and all that, then it is harder to lose. But it's not hard if you love vegetables, which I love. I love crunchy raw vegetables. I guess, when your parents push it on you, at first maybe you don't feel like, but then you start to like it. So I love a big salad with lettuce, every kind of vegetable you can have, and then just a little oil and vinegar with a little salt. But you got 3 spoons of oil for the dressing, with 1 spoon of red wine vinegar, and then salt. Don't overdo it on the salt. Put salt to taste. You got to get just the right. And it's so delicious. So I just pour that on the lettuce, and 3 tablespoons of oil. I think it's about 100 calories per tablespoon. But of course, you don't eat a whole tablespoon. You eat, or is it a teaspoon? Be careful with the oil. But oil's not fattening if you don't overdo it. Like I said, the doctor told me you can have 2 tablespoons of oil a day. You can use it either to cook or to make a dressing for your salad, or maybe part of it used to cook and part of it used for the, but as long as nowhere that anything I did, as long as I didn't use more than 2 tablespoons of oil in the whole day, or 2 tablespoons, I think it was. Well, there's different measurements in Argentina, but it was pretty big. And so yeah, if you want to lose weight, try that recipe. The salt is kind of hard, because to measure the salt to get just the taste that I'm talking about is some salts are saltier than other salts, like kosher salts, the kind that it's big and you have to grind it like pepper, is much saltier than table salt, for example. So I can't tell you how much salt to put in. You'll have to kind of figure that. But 3 tablespoons of oil, or 3 parts oil to 1 part red wine vinegar, is the perfect, in my opinion, the perfect combination. I'm not reading the chat. I'm getting hot. Oh my gosh, why? Let me stand outside. Maybe it's... Oh, it's nice outside. Gosh, I wonder if I could go outside. Let's go outside. I won't have them. It's going to be hard with this microphone, though, because it's a big, clunky microphone. So let's not go outside. But maybe it's these lights. I'm going to turn the light off. After all, you don't have to see me. I'm not that gorgeous. Maybe it's the lights causing. But, no, the breeze has gone. What's going on? So beautiful. It's beautiful outside, but the breeze has stopped. So the breeze is what was keeping me cool. But anyway, let me read the chat. I've been blabbing. And see if you have any more questions. Baby girl. Oh, you asked how my, Sadie. You asked, or Sadie. Yeah, you asked how she's doing. Today, she's not so great. Today, she's very, very lethargic and floppy. And, oh my gosh, how embarrassing. Look at that. It's all clutter, you guys, but I will get rid of it. I'm basically living in a storage unit. All right. Can you talk about college experience? So, let me know if I didn't answer anything about the college experience. But I liked college. It was all women. So, on the one hand, it was nice. Because, you know, if you go to a co-ed college, you got to spend too much time trying to look pretty because you're afraid someone's going to see you and all that stuff. So our college, you know, some girls would roll out of bed with their hair. They wouldn't even brush their teeth. Sometimes I would brush my teeth. But some girls were late to class. Like, they'd roll out a minute before class and run, you know, across campus, wherever they have to go. And they'd come in their pajamas and maybe like a cup of orange juice in a plastic. I mean, it was really casual. I really liked it. They'd, you know, sweatpants, maybe not pajamas, but, you know, kind of pajama. Virginia gets cold in winter. So, you know, we had the winters, you know, every college has their traditions. And no, it was a nice experience. And I made a lot of good friends that are still friends on Facebook today. I don't have any friends close to me. I have friends. But even, I find I have less patience with people in general, you know, from far away, you know, and on the internet and stuff. But if I'm with someone too much, I lose patience with them. I don't feel like seeing them. You know, it's too much. I don't know why. I've kind of always been like that, but more so now. But I do miss some of my friends. I'd like to see them, but I think they're some of them are mad at me because I became conservative. And all right. They're still friends, though. I mean, they're still friends on Facebook, so it still doesn't mean they're my good friends anymore. What did I do with this? Hang on a second. I have to read the chat, and for some reason, this thing has gotten... My computer's acting kind of kooky right now. Why is that happening? I want to maximize the screen, and for some reason, I can't. But, all right. I won't bother with that. All right, hang on. What's going on now? My mouse isn't working. I guess I need a new battery. That must be the problem. All right, I'll use this one. Nothing is working. The mouse is not working either on the pad. I'll tap. Oh my gosh, you guys, my computer is acting so nutty. I can't even see the chat now because this thing is blocking it. Let me see here. See, look. Look. Wait a minute, I'll show you. I can't close this. There's the thing, the cursor. I tap on the X and it's not working. How about if I press escape? I can't close it. This is driving me kind of cuckoo. All right, okay, that's working. My mouse is working again. All right, now how do I make it big? Look, why is this happening? Oh gosh, that's my... all right, this is this, right? I want to make this big. I guess I gotta drag it. I don't know how this happened. All right, I want to drag it big this way. Good Lord, what is going on? I can't close this thing. I wonder if I have to restart the computer now. Look at this thing. What is happening? Customize sidebar. I didn't even ask for that to open. And if you guys want to help me, you can't because I can't read the chat. Wait, let's try a new thing. No, I can't open. Okay. What's happening? Something got big. Customize sidebar. That's all it. Alright, I might have to just end this thing because... Good Lord. Oh, wait, here. I see chat down here. Okay, I see chat down here. Why is that down there? Because I see the... Alright, I am super frustrated right now. Let me see. Top chat. The mouse isn't working. I see the chat here. This is... I used to love Hannah Montana, blah, blah, blah. So that's the chat, and I can't get it to open. Oh, I wish someone could help me. And you can't help me because I can't read the chat. Oh, here's the chat. Okay. I can see the chat in here. All right, I'm just gonna deal with it over here. All right, so what have I missed here? So what have you been up to lately? Yeah, my little baby is lethargic. I'm just gonna read through the chat, starting from where I. Okay. So say Doja Cat. I'm going through the chat. Did you like The Bodyguard? Yes, I did. Can you? Whitney Houston. Me too. My friend. I'm still. Then I put a link in there. I can't remember what it was for. Oh, for Porgy and Bess, I think. Yeah, then I told you about my dog. I am a French teacher. Okay, you have an MA in French? Oh, that's wonderful, Shauna. Yeah, I barely scraped through college. Even I didn't even do well in French. I kind of knew it, but I hated studying. I've always hated studying. I love learning, but not in school. I love learning in life, or especially on the internet now, because then I look up what I'm interested in, and yeah, it's not necessarily well-rounded, but I try to be well-rounded, you know. Okay, so now I cannot see the chat too. All right, please help me here. Okay, what's going on? So I did a year in Strasbourg. That's in Switzerland, right? And then I lived in Paris and studied French. Yeah, it was interesting, and yeah, I'm privileged. I'm very lucky that my parents were able to send me, and you know, there are kids who are, you know, and that's what I always thought to myself after college, because it was a private college, all that. I said, you know, I hated studying. I went to this Catholic high school, didn't study. I would pass because the teachers were nice to me, because I was polite to them. I was always polite with the teachers. I was always a good, well-behaved student. I was a bad student, but I was always well-behaved. So I think some teachers should have given me an F, and they're like, I'll give her a D, just because I was nice. So, but there are people that have studied their brains out and maybe can't go to a private college. They didn't get enough scholarship money because maybe they're not straight A's. And to get a scholarship, sometimes you have to have straight A's. Maybe they would get B's and A's or B's and C's, but they study. And that's someone who deserves to go to a college, you know, a private college more than I did. It's really not fair. I think that's one thing I'm extremely left on, is education needs to be 100% free if you qualify. If you're a good student, you should get the best education. And those who are bad students should be the ones who have to try to scrape up the money to go to college. It's really backwards. It's really not fair. There are people who were very good students who ended up not being able to really go to college because it was just too expensive. And, well, I guess they could go later. You know, they could work and go in, but they have to struggle so much. And some people don't have the stamina. And once you start working, you usually don't go back to school. Once you start out there and working and earning money, well, now it's easier because you can do online courses. But it's still, it takes a lot of mental energy to study, to go to college, if you want to be a good student. It didn't take me much mental energy, but No, and I sometimes think, what a waste of money. And I tell my parents, y'all could have just donated that money to someone who really wanted to go to college, and it just sent me to a community college. Because I would have been just fine. But anyway, I'm getting angry, and I shouldn't. So, vegetables are amazing. I always look at people like they're crazy when they say they don't like vegetables. No, I can see how they're not the funnest at first. But, yeah, the crunch, the lettuce. I love big salad with lettuce and all vegetables, and I don't like the salad with the cheese, the chef salad. I don't like those. I like it to be all vegetables, but everyone has their taste, and it's a matter of what you're used to. Sadie, did your parents or your mother always really do a lot of vegetables? Like, did he? Because my mother did. She was always, every night we had at least 1 or 2 green vegetables, because potatoes don't really count. Potatoes can be fattening. I mean, 1 isn't bad, or bananas, that's the thing. Fruits too, a lot of fruits I like, but and I love bananas, but bananas can get fattening, if you have too many, so you gotta. But no, vegetables are better than fruits as far as staying slim, because even fruits, they've got sugar in them. So if you eat too much fruit salad, you can get heavy. But definitely a fruit salad is real healthy, and it is low calorie comparatively, like as a dessert. Strasbourg is in East France on the German border. I was supposed to study. To major in French, you study language, you study geography, you study French history, French literature. I mean, I'm supposed to know that. That shows you how hard I studied in college. I just went because I wanted to go to France. I wanted to go to Paris. I wasn't excited about studying in Paris. I was excited about Paris. So, how are your parents and your brother and his wife? Also, are you going to talk about the man from the dead? I was thinking of just doing a whole. Well, maybe I could talk about it, and then I could just cut that part out and make a separate video of just that. But I guess I could. Yeah, I could talk about the man with the. I'll talk about that in a minute if there's no other questions. Oh, what was given to you? And no time to be. See, I'm trying to read this little chat in the studio, and I can't. Oh, there we go. I made it bigger. Oh, that's better. Okay. I was raised. It was given to me, and no time to be picky. And it really gave me a wide range of things. I've been a vegetarian for, 20 years. And you haven't cheated? I tried, but I've cheated. I always cheated. And now I'm not a vegetarian. I can't even. I'm a flexitarian. So I do choose vegetables over meat when possible. Like if I go to a restaurant, I'll ordinarily choose something that doesn't. But yeah, I was missing meat. I was getting tempted, so. But I do try to eat less. I try not to. And beef I hardly ever eat. I'm eating mainly poultry and fish. So it made me laugh. Oh, that I didn't know where Strasbourg was. A video about it, yes. Okay, maybe I'll end. You know what I'm going to do? I'll end this chat and I'll do a video just about that guy who I ended up, with the battery dying at his house. That way it's a separate video and I can make it just about that, and I don't have to edit, because I hate editing. I'd rather just end this video and do that one. So, and also I'll restart my computer because I can't, it's acting funny. So it would be a good idea to end this and restart the computer and then come back on with that story. So those of you who are still here, I can't even tell how many people are left. I'll be back in about, let's see, I want to restart the computer. I'll probably go get a quick bite to eat, but that won't take long. Oh, the ants are coming. That's the problem. In this garage. We need to tent the house. I'm sorry. I had to do it. They bite. They're the red ones. I don't like to kill things. I don't. But I kill mosquitoes and sometimes I kill ants. I don't kill ants for the fun of it. Like, some people step on ants. Like this one was getting close and he's going to tell all his friends, and I don't want to get eaten alive tonight. So when the air is on, it's a little better. But all right. So, love it. Thank you for your. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the guy, and I'll restart the computer. Okay. So bye everyone. Come back in about. I'll say. What time is it? 7:12. Okay, come back at 7:30. About 15, a little more than 15 minutes. It's 7:12 in the U.S. now, p.m. So come back at 7:30 or whatever it is in your country. So that'll be a little more than 15 minutes. And I might, I won't start before that. At 7:30, I will be back exactly at 7:30 or whatever time it is in your country. So about 15 minutes, 15, 16, 17 minutes from now. And I'll tell the story about the guy, because I'm starving. I really should eat something. I don't want to eat online, even though that's ASMR too. So. All right, bye, blah, 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 blah. Bye. See you in 15 minutes. Bye.